Ah, you've come, sit down, my friends, close to the fire. Tonight I want to share something special with you, a story from my younger days. It's a story about a moment when everything seemed lost, and how a single light changed everything. So listen closely, for this story is as much for you as it is for me. It was a winter's night much like this one. The air was sharp and cold, the kind that bites through your coat and finds its way to your bones. I was a young man then, too sure of myself, as young men often are. I decided to take a shortcut through the forest on my way to the village. What harm could it do? I thought I knew the paths as well as I knew my own hands. But the forest has a way of humbling you. As the daylight slipped away, so did my confidence. The snow fell heavier, and the trees closed in like silent watchers, their branches clawing at the dim sky. Soon, I couldn't tell one direction from another. The world was nothing but blackness, the kind of dark that presses against your chest and makes you forget how to breathe. I stumbled through the snow, each step heavier than the last. The forest was alive with whispers, the crack of a branch here, the rustle of leaves there. Every sound felt like something just out of sight, watching, waiting. My shouts for help were swallowed by the cold, empty air, and for the first time in my life I felt truly alone. Then, just when despair began to creep into my heart, I saw it, a faint, golden glow flickering between the trees. At first I thought it was my mind playing tricks on me, but the light grew steadier, brighter, cutting through the darkness like a beacon. I followed it, my feet moving before my mind could question. And there, in the midst of the shadows, stood an old man. He held a lantern high, its light spilling warmth onto the snow. His face was kind, though lined with years, and his smile, well, his smile was the sort that melts fear like spring melts the ice. He didn't speak a word, but he didn't need to. His presence was enough. With a nod, he turned and began to walk, the lantern lighting the path ahead. I followed without question. Each step felt lighter as the forest seemed to retreat, its hold on me loosening. He led me to the edge of the woods, where the village lights danced in the distance. I turned to thank him, but he was gone, no footprints in the snow, no sign he had ever been there, just the lantern's glow etched into my memory. For years I pondered that night. Who was he, a man, a spirit? Something else entirely? I never found the answer. But as I grew older, I realized it wasn't the man that mattered, it was the light. That simple, steady glow carried me through my darkest moment, reminding me that even in the deepest shadows, there is always hope. This lantern has stayed with me ever since. It reminds me that no matter how lost we feel, there is always a light to guide us. Sometimes it's faint, sometimes it's far away, but it's there. And when you find it, you must follow it, even if you're afraid. More importantly, when the time comes, be the light for someone else. A small act of kindness, a word, a gesture, a smile can be the glow that guides someone out of their own darkness. So, my friends, as you leave here tonight, remember this: the light we carry isn't just for ourselves. It's meant to be shared, and in sharing it, we make the world a little brighter, one step, one story, one moment at a time. If you've enjoyed this story, stay a while longer. I have many more tales to tell, stories of the lessons life has taught me of hope, courage, and the simple beauty of the world. Hit that subscribe button and join me next time by the fire. Together, we'll keep the light glowing, one story at a time.